Alright, so news have been out that persons have been arrested during this SSL saga that's going on. And my intake on this, or my shout out to, first and foremost, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check out again Monitor JA giving us a lot of insight on what's really going on here in Jamaica and with this SSL thing. Four persons, three persons are now arrested. I really hope them serve some time and do some time like as well. Nah man, they do. Nah man, they do scam and all of these stuff, but him get like 15 years, and these guys because they're really, really wealthy and they have an impact on Jamaica. They only get like a couple months in prison and so forth. Which in fact the both persons they shouldn't be doing that. Right? Nobody should be scamming anybody or anything. Let me just put that out there first and foremost. So everybody deserves fair time and everybody deserves the right amount of time sentence, and the people that is in the real hot water, that is in the real problem, they should get back their money. They should actually find a way how these persons can get back their money and so forth. So that is what I'm rooting for. This is what I'm here to see. What is gonna happen next, how they're gonna go about it. So let's tune in.
2 years, the Jamaican public has watched with bated breath, asking one single burning question. When will the big fish in the SSL scandal finally face the music? We have seen the headlines. We have seen the heartbreak of over 200 investors. And we have seen the legendary Usain Bolt lose a fortune that he spent a lifetime building. Now for a long time, it felt like Gene and Panton was going to be the only person standing in the dock. But today, the narrative has shifted completely. In a massive coordinated strike that has sent shockwave throughout the financial district of New Kingston and across the entire island, the authorities have finally made their move. Welcome back to Money Talk JA, your number one source for deep dives into the news and financial stories that matter to Jamaica. Now, if you have been following this saga since January 2023, you know that SSL, or Stocks and Securities Limited saga, is perhaps the largest financial disaster.
One of the largest. I have something going on over NCB and where it take place where it really shake up the entire island. You have to just really look and say, oh, wow, that's crazy. Literally.
In our nation's history. But the update we have for you today is the breakthrough everyone have been waiting for. Now, before we proceed, if you want more videos like this, please hit that like and subscribe to the channel right now. It will really help our community grow. Plus, you will receive notification when we release more content like this in the future. On Saturday morning, December 27, 2025, the Financial Investigations Division, better known as the FID, teamed up with MOCA and the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, CTOC, to execute a series of high-stakes raids. Now, these were not just random searches. These were targeted operations at 4 high-end residential locations in St. Andrew and St. James. By the time the dust settled, 3 former heavy-hitting executives of SSL were in police custody, facing a long list of serious criminal charges. The 3 individuals at the center of the storm are names well known in the Jamaican business community. First, there is Hugh Crosby, the founder and former principal of SSL. Then there is his daughter, Sarah Meany, who served as a...
the daughter, too. That's crazy. Yo, like, when am I gonna stop? Greed and The man literally run for this country, bro. The man literally do a lot. More than what them could have, more than what them ever do. And you see, the reason why a lot of persons are upset because you see both, and these persons are, you know what I mean? And them go do that, and the whole Jamaica just shake up on what they actually done here. Like, what them really contribute to the country, what them really contribute. They don't really contribute that much. They really, probably not nothing at all. And then this man put Jamaica up on a global stage where persons can recognize Jamaica and persons can see Jamaica that like talent is really here, and you know, and persons are investing and things are flowing, and then these persons just mash up the whole place, and then in one bad apple just make everybody just look bad. You know, they really need to do sometime.
Former director of the firm. And finally, Zachary Hardin, the man who served as the chief executive officer during a crucial window between 2019 and 2022. For the first time since this multi-billion-dollar fraud came to light, the state is officially alleging that the leadership at the very top of the company bears criminal responsibility. Now, let us look closely at exactly what they are being charged with, because these details matter for the legal battle ahead. According to official reports from the FID, the trio is facing charges of fraudulently inducing persons to invest money, which is a direct breach of the Larceny Act. Now get this, they are also being charged with carrying on a securities business without a dealer's license under the Securities Act.
So, what? So they don't operate without a business license. And the little man will have him little business, him little stall and stuff for it, and him little, you know, if you're in the business field, you know how it be, how it actually, yeah, the way how the man them go about it is crazy, bro. Like, they don't feel like one day they'll probably get catch. Alright, they never know. But operating such a big financial institution without a business license, that's weird. Something that's not right.
And a failure to register a company under the Companies Act.
Wow.
These are not just some administrative errors, you know. The prosecution is essentially arguing that SSL was operating outside the boundaries of the law while taking in millions of dollars from unsuspecting Jamaicans. Now, just when we thought that this drama could not get more mixed up, there was also a fourth individual taken into custody during these raids, Dermot Meany. However, it's important to clarify that his current legal troubles appear to be separate from the fraud itself. Listen to this one, people. He was reportedly charged with breaches of the Firearm Act after investigators allegedly found a cache of ammunition at one of the properties that exceeded the legal limits of his license. Now, while it adds to the drama of the Saturday morning raids, the core focus remains the alleged financial malpractice that drained over $30 million from SSL's clients. So, why now? Why did it take nearly 3 years to reach this point? The FID and the police have consistently maintained that this is one of the most complex forensic investigations they have ever handled, with over 200 accounts affected and a web of transactions stretching back years. They have had to meticulously rebuild the financial trail piece by piece. The public frustration have been understandable, especially when you consider that Gene Panton has been the lone face of the scandal for so long. But by charging the founder, a director, and a former CEO, the authorities are sending a clear signal that they believe that this fraud was systemic, not just the work of a rogue employee.
Yeah, man.
But what happens next for the victims? For the seniors who have lost their pensions, and for Usain Bolt,
Yeah.
who saw over
What's
12
gonna
million
happen?
US dollars vanish. While these criminal charges are a massive step towards justice, the road to recovering the actual money is still a long one. Hugh Crosby has already been granted bail in the amount of $1 million Jamaican dollars, and he is scheduled to make his first court appearance on January 26, 2026. Now, this court date will be a pivotal moment. We will finally get a glimpse into the evidence that the state has gathered, including the electronic devices and the documents seized during these latest raids. The big question that remains is whether the Proceeds of Crimes Act, or POCA, will be used to freeze the assets. If the authorities can prove that the missing millions were used to acquire properties, luxury goods, or other investments, they may be able to seize these assets to eventually compensate the victims. But as we know with the Jamaican legal system, this could take years of back and forth in the courts. This is a turning point for Jamaica's reputation as a financial hub. The world is watching to see how we handle this case. Is our regulatory framework strong enough to hold the powerful accountable? These arrests suggest that the answer might finally be yes. As we move towards the first court dates in early 2026, you can bet that Money Talk JA will be right here to break down every single development.
Alright.
Now, what are your thoughts on these arrests? Do you
Yeah. Do you think them really gonna do some time? Do you really think the person's gonna get back their money? I think basically it'll take some time for them to get back their money, like the victims, not just Usain Bolt is the only investor there, but a lot of other persons there as well. The small one, the man where, where it up there to like business persons and so forth. Other persons gonna get exposed. Even the Prime Minister and journalists have been in it too as well. Let's see what the comment section is saying, what they're talking about. Bill should be 1 million USD assets freeze immediately. Yeah, that's fair enough. Freeze their account. That's just like a tap on the wrist, So how the Prime Minister was investing in a company that didn't have a license. Yo, that's crazy. How the Prime Minister of Jamaica, how he might invest in a company that like something just does not add up. Let's see what person's reply and I say. Good question, interesting. Because he is a thief, that's why. Whoa, questions of the century. Yeah. How the Prime Minister know that SSL didn't have a license? Let me say 1 million Jamaican dollar bail for these thief scam. For these thief in scumbag is an absolute joke. A joke thing. Them little community there and nothing to them. Like all of them up thieving bastards starting seizing what they stole now. You are right, the world is watching. Yeah man, everybody are watching, everybody are tuning in. Facts. They thief billions and they got only $1 million bail. That shows how dirty this investigation system. 3 years, like, it's crazy. These big giants should get clamped down to as well. Like the system to make an example out of them. Well, everybody is just bottled up in the comment section. But there you have it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as well. Let me hear what you guys are saying, how you think it's gonna play out.